Okay, so here's the thing that nobody wants to tell you about becoming an influencer in 2026. It's not about being the prettiest. It's not about having the most expensive camera. It's definitely not about dancing on TikTok and hoping you go viral. I know this because 2 years ago, I had literally 47 followers. 47. And most of them were my family members who were just being supportive. My aunt would like every single post and comment, beautiful sweetie. And that was basically my entire engagement. Fast forward to today, I've built an audience that actually pays my rent. That changed my entire career. That gets me messages every single day from people saying my content helped them. And I'm about to break down exactly how I did it step by step with no fluff, no gatekeeping, and no, just be yourself and hope for the best nonsense. But real quick, if you're serious about this, hit that subscribe button right now because I'm going to be dropping a lot more content like this. And drop a comment telling me what niche you're trying to build in. I read every single one, and I might even feature your answer in my next video. Let's get into it. Step one, and this is where most people mess up immediately. You need to pick a niche. And not just any niche, a niche that actually makes sense for you. Here's what I mean. A lot of people pick their niche based on what's trending. They see finance bros making money, so they start talking about crypto even though they've never invested a dollar in their life. They see fitness influencers blowing up, so they start posting gym content even though they just got their gym membership last week. And audiences can smell that from a mile away. It feels fake, it feels forced, and it doesn't last. So here's my rule. Your niche should sit at the intersection of three things: what you actually know about, what you want to learn, what you already have experience in, what you could talk about for 2 hours without running out of things to say, to what you actually enjoy, because you're going to be making content about this every single day for potentially years. If you pick something you hate just because it's profitable, you're going to burn out in 3 months. Three, what people actually want to watch. This is where a lot of creative people mess up. They pick something super niche and artistic that like 12 people in the world care about, and then they wonder why nobody's watching. Your passion needs to meet market demand. Find where those three circles overlap. That's your niche. Write it down. Get specific. Not just fitness, maybe it's fitness for busy moms who only have 20 minutes. Not just finance, maybe it's money tips for people in their 20s who are terrible with money. The more specific, the better, because specific attracts loyal, general attracts nobody. Step two, and I cannot stress this enough, master one platform before you try to be everywhere. I see so many new creators trying to post on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Threads, and whatever new app launched last Tuesday. And they wonder why they're exhausted and nothing's growing. Here's the truth. Every platform has its own algorithm, its own culture, its own content style, its own posting schedule. Trying to learn all of them at once is like trying to learn 5 languages simultaneously. You'll end up mediocre at all of them and fluent in none, so pick one platform to master first. And here's how you choose. If you're good on camera and can talk for longer than 60 seconds, YouTube is probably your home. If you're quick, punchy, and good at capturing attention, fast, TikTok or Instagram Reels. If you're a strong writer and your niche is more professional, LinkedIn or Twitter might be your play. Go where your content style naturally fits. Go where your target audience already hangs out. And then become obsessed with understanding that platform. Study the algorithm. Study what's working. Study the creators who are winning. Once you've built a solid foundation on one platform, maybe 10K followers, maybe 50K, whatever feels stable, then you can start expanding, but not before. Focus wins, scattered loses. Step 3, create a content system that you can actually sustain. Here's what killed my first 3 attempts at being a creator. I would get super motivated, post every single day for 2 weeks, burn myself out completely, disappear for a month, come back, repeat the cycle, and wonder why I wasn't growing. Sound familiar? The problem wasn't my content. The problem was I had no system. I was relying on motivation. And motivation is the most unreliable employee you will ever hire. So here's what I do now. I batch create. 1 day a week. For me, it's Sunday. I sit down and I create as much content as I possibly can. I'll film 4 or 5 videos in one session. I'll write 2 weeks worth of posts. I'll brainstorm a month of content ideas. 1 day of focused work creates weeks of content. I use a content calendar. Nothing fancy, just a Google spreadsheet. What am I posting? When am I posting it? What's the hook? What's the call to action? Having it planned in advance takes the decision fatigue out of it. I repurpose everything. One long YouTube video becomes 5 TikTok clips. One TikTok that performs well becomes a YouTube short, an Instagram reel, and a Twitter thread. I'm not creating more content. I'm multiplying the content I already made. Consistency beats intensity every single time. I would rather you post twice a week for a year than post every day for a month and then vanish. The algorithm rewards consistency. Your audience learns to expect you, and you don't destroy your mental health in the process. Step 4, and this is the one that separates influencers who last from influencers who fade, build a community, not just an audience. There's a difference. An audience watches you. A community feels connected to you. An audience will scroll past if your video doesn't hook them in 3 seconds. A community will watch the whole thing because they actually care about you as a person. So, how do you build community? Respond to comments. Actually respond not with emojis, with real replies, especially when you're small. Every single person who takes time to comment on your content deserves acknowledgement. Those early supporters will become your biggest advocates. Use your audience's language. Pay attention to how they talk in your comments and DMs. What words do they use? What problems do they describe? Then use those exact words in your content. It makes them feel seen. Share the behind the scenes. Let them into your process, your struggles, your failures, your weird random thoughts. People don't connect with perfection, they connect with humanity. The more real you are, the more loyal they become. Create inside jokes and recurring segments. Give your community something that makes them feel like insiders. Something that new viewers won't immediately understand, but your loyal people will. It creates belonging. The goal isn't 1 million followers. The goal is 1,000 people who would genuinely miss you if you stopped posting. That's a community. That's what lasts. Step 5, monetize without being cringe about it. Because let's be real, you probably want to actually make money from this eventually. And there's nothing wrong with that. But how you monetize matters. Here's the hierarchy of influencer income streams, from least sustainable to most sustainable. Brand deals, great money, but unreliable. You're dependent on brands choosing you, and most brand deals don't come until you're already established, ad revenue, nice passive income. Once you have volume, but you need serious views to make real money. And algorithm changes can tank it overnight. Affiliate marketing is better. You get paid when you recommend products your audience actually buys, but you need trust for this to work. Your own products or services are the best. You create something, a course, a digital product, coaching, merch, a community membership, and you sell it directly to your audience. No middleman, no algorithm dependency. This is where real money and real stability come from. But here's the key. You earn the right to monetize by providing value first. Nobody wants to be sold to by someone they just discovered. Build trust, deliver value, become someone they actually want to support. Then the monetization becomes natural, not forced. Okay, so let me recap the 5 steps real quick. Pick a niche at the intersection of what you know, what you love, and what people want. Master one platform before you try to be everywhere. Build a content system so you can actually stay consistent without burning. Build community, not just audience. Real connection over vanity metrics. Monetize with your own products and services once you've earned the trust. That's it. That's the roadmap. No hacks, no tricks, no post at 3:47 p.m. for maximum engagement. Just the fundamentals that actually work. Now, here's what I need from you. Comment below and tell me where you're at in this journey. Are you just starting? Are you stuck at a plateau? Are you trying to figure out your niche? I genuinely want to know because I might make a follow-up video specifically answering your questions, like this video, if it gave you any value at all. It helps the algorithm show this to more people who need it. Subscribe if you want more content like this, because I'm going to keep breaking down exactly how to build an online presence that actually lasts. And I share this with a friend who's been talking about starting their content journey. Send it to that group chat. Be the reason they finally take action. I believe in you, genuinely. 2026 is your year to build this thing. Now, stop watching videos about it and go make your first piece of content. I'll see you in the next one.